Well, tonight, a new fence is going up around this site right here of last week's massive fertilizer plant fire at Winston-Salem. Right now, you can see right here, employees at the plant still assisting with that cleanup process. The company that owns the plant, Weaver, says that they've started a fund with $100,000 in it to help those who have been impacted by this fire. Well, one of the big things right now that we've heard from Winston-Salem and the area there in the last few days is that people nearby simply did not know that they lived that close to a fertilizer plant until the fire broke out. So as we found out tonight, that's also the case in many neighborhoods in the Charlotte area. People living close to a business with levels of dangerous substances high enough to be reported to the feds, but having no idea that it was within walking distance of where they lived. Queen City News reporter Derek Dellinger here tonight with what he found out. Derek.
Yeah, this is really interesting. We do want to say right off the bat that the businesses that we're talking about that have these substances that can be considered dangerous, they are all legal. They have the permits and the permission to use them. But whether or not you'll actually know is a completely different thing altogether.
It's not exactly over the river and through the woods, but Magnasco Lane in West Charlotte does have a small creek and a small tree line that backs up against an industrial park. It's something people see, but many don't know what's on the other side.
I didn't know that at all.
And when we told Tamara Timbers what was there, she was taken aback a little. She's within walking distance of a business that has to report levels of lead over a certain threshold to the feds. And in the 3 years she's lived there, she didn't know just how close she was.
I don't know why it's not surprising, but it would explain a few things, you know?
Like what exactly?
I mean, I always suspected there was got to be something back there.
Timbers' reaction is not unique. Queen City News spoke with others in the neighborhood off camera, and only one of them actually knew how close they were to the business, which, according to the Environmental Protection Agency, reports levels of lead, chromium, manganese, and nickel.
Not knowing this, the presence of these hazards has real life implications.
Lisa SORG is with NC Policy Watch, and the questions we had were ones that she's been hearing a lot about lately. People aren't really aware that they live close to these places until there is a reason to. It's even happened with a fertilizer plant fire in Winston-Salem. But an important note here, there weren't that many ways to know.
Weaver did not have to have an air permit, but they didn't have a lot of the permits that would be on that map.
And we should mention, too, that was probably also legal, too.
Right.
Yeah. So how can you know? Well, the big thing is to ask. Many places don't require that you need to be told, so more often than not, you have to look for the information for yourself. The EPA makes their information available online, and so do agencies in North and South Carolina. It's important to remember, though, even though the potentially dangerous substance could be next door, there is a very good chance that it is all legal. Records will show, though, exactly what's there, so you will not be surprised.
Maybe my research on my own and to see, you know, what should I be looking out for safety-wise.
One extra thing about the stuff in Winston-Salem, that ammonium nitrate that was at that fertilizer plant there, you might remember that was the same substance that was used in the Oklahoma City bombing. SORG told us since that bombing, information has become very limited on finding out where exactly that stuff is. You can't have a list of the sites that have it. You actually have to ask for specific locations, but you can find other potentially dangerous substances online as far as the list of ones that are specific businesses. Now, if you want to take a look for yourself at your neighborhood and what is nearby, you can log on to QCnews.com. Brian?
All right, good information. Derek Dellinger live in the studio tonight.